Yes.
I have a question about how to change. My question is, I seem to be able to control and be aware of my conscious thoughts the more I'm in the present moment.
Well,
But
yes.
My question is, how does one go about
Remaining in the present?
no,
What?
not so much that as much as subconscious thought. Because
Subconscious?
I believe consciously I know what I want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe that. But
Really?
I
All
get
right.
the feeling I have, I don't want to say past experiences so much, but just subconscious thoughts that are embedded in me that I would like to be able to release. And
All right, well, go right ahead and release them. Oh, you're having difficulty releasing them.
Yes. The
Oh,
word subconscious.
all right, well, here's a suggestion. Get rid of the word subconscious. Now, partly I am joking. However, there's also some truth to this idea. But let me approach it from this direction. Don't be so eager, in a sense, would be our suggestion, to get rid of these things. Rather, make the exploration of these belief systems in your subconscious a thing in and of itself. They are not standing in the way of you getting somewhere. The idea is that the examination and exploration and integration of them is the whole point to your purpose in life. We know that many of you have goals, careers, things you wish to achieve. That is all well and good. But many of you look at the ideas within your belief systems only for the purpose of getting them out of the way, as if they were obstacles, as if they didn't belong there. If they are there, they're there in a sense for a reason. The point is, the more you spend your focus on the very idea of discovering more about who you are by examining those beliefs and those definitions, the more effortlessly you can transform your reality. But paradoxically, by desiring to transform those things only to get somewhere else, actually slows the process down. Does this make sense so far?
Yes.
In other words, as you put it, living in the now, being present with whatever, whoever you are, whatever that may mean, with whatever beliefs you have, conscious, subconscious, doesn't matter. Whatever those beliefs are, getting in touch with them and working on whether or not they serve you and changing them or not is in and of itself the point. Anything else, in a sense, is a side effect of that particular process, of that particular action. The things that you call goals are not really the goals. They are the side effects of the goal of discovering more of who you are and expanding the idea and the belief and the definition of who you are, so that the expanded definition of who you are can simply automatically and effortlessly contain all those things you think are the goals you're supposed to get to. You're only really supposed to be here and now, because that's the only place you actually are. You aren't anywhere else. You will never be anywhere else. You will never get anywhere but here and now. As you know, whenever you look around, it's always going to be here. It's always going to be now, wherever that may be. So, stay here, stay now, and see what you are here and now. Accept what you are here and now. Own it. Then examine it. Find out what it is you are all about here and now, without being anxious to get somewhere else or be someone else. Only by loving who you are here and now can you then love yourself enough to allow yourself to contain being someone else. Is this making sense so far?
Very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is there some specific avenue down which you would like to take this? Some specific application in your particular life that we can put this towards to illustrate the point more clearly? Or do you feel that this was sufficient to answer your question?
Meaning something I'm personally been working on for a while?
Well, yes.
Okay, yes, for me it would probably be smoking cigarettes.
Smoking
In every
cigarettes.
aspect, I am very healthy, and
Yes.
yet I'm unable to kick the habit.
Kick the habit. All right, very good. Now, this is where the power of redefinition begins to come in, and you will see very clearly how this works. First, will you please define habit for me?
Habit
Yes.
is, in this particular case,
Habit.
is something I do often,
Yes?
consistently,
Yes?
and in this case, not wanting to.
Oh, all right. So, but you know you're doing it, yes?
Yes.
All right. Now, would you like to hear our definition of a habit and see how they compare?
Sure.
Thank you. Here's our definition of habit. Something you do that you don't know you're doing. Once you know you're doing it, it's not a habit, it's a choice. Ooh. Well, Bashar, what do you mean? I'm not choosing to continue to smoke. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you're making that choice based on what you believe to be true. Somewhere you have a belief that says that that's your best choice. Out of all the things you're looking at, that's the one, and here's the key, very critical, very important, that's the belief you are attaching the highest level of benefit to.
Can you repeat that, please?
Why, certainly. That's the belief you are attaching the highest level of benefit to. Let me tell you a very, very powerful and important secret about yourselves. None of you, not one of you, will do a thing 1 second longer than you believe it benefits you to do it. Not one of you will do anything 1 second longer than you believe it benefits you to do it. So the issue here is the belief that you have, that you keep choosing, that allows you to keep smoking when you say you don't want to, is a belief that has attached to it by you the highest level of benefit as a definition. Let me give you an example to clearly illustrate what we are saying. You have at any given moment a number of choices, a number of avenues to choose from. You could choose to not smoke, yes?
Yes.
All right. What we are saying is that whatever your definitions are, whatever your beliefs are about smoking and not smoking, and now for the moment, just for illustrative purposes, I am oversimplifying this a little bit. But you have a choice to smoke and not smoke. What you are doing with your belief is saying that there is more benefit for some reason to continue to choose to smoke than there is to not smoke. Very strange. You have to find out what belief you actually would have to have that would say you get a greater benefit out of continuing to choose to smoke than you would get out of choosing not to smoke. Something about your definitions of stopping smoking is actually, for some reason to you, reading as less beneficial than continuing to choose to smoke. So you have to find out what that belief might be. So let me ask you a question and see if we cannot shed some light on this idea. All right? Thank you. The question would be, if you were to stop smoking, just stop, what would be the worst thing that would happen? What do you fear might happen if you suddenly stop?
I would experience a great amount of physical and mental pain.
Why?
And emotional pain.
Why?
Because I feel like my body would experience withdrawals.
Why?
Because when I cut down, that's been, and I've gone, let's say, a few hours between cigarettes as opposed to an hour.
Yes.
I tend to, or I seem to get more upset with people. And
You choose to. You choose to.
I allow myself to.
You choose to. Say it. Say it. I choose to get more upset with
Choose to
people.
get more upset with people.
All right. And getting upset with people is your choice because you are afraid of what?
Honestly,
Yes, please, by all means, honestly.
I don't see it as a fear of something so much as...
I know you don't, but I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
So can you ask the question again so I can try to see it that way?
I will absolutely do so. Let me put it in other terms. If you choose to smoke because you think that choosing to smoke somehow calms you down and will prevent you from getting upset with people about something, what is that thing that would allow you to get upset? Let's put it simply. What makes you upset when you get upset? What are the things that upset you about people? Or interactions that you have, or situations, or circumstances? What are you upset about in life?
I tend to get upset.
You choose.
Thank you. I choose to get upset at what I perceive as other people's ignorance.
Ignorance. All right.
I choose to get upset.
Now, may I respectfully remind you that getting upset at other people is kind of an ignorant thing